Hello and welcome back to episode 75 of Unknown to World Known. We're back once again with Roma, and since you were last with us, we've been in some very good form. We've found our way into a quarter-final for the Coppa Italia with a win over Napoli recently, and we are also in a little bit of a title race, which we are hoping to continue today. We're back for a quarter-final against Fiorentina and also a league game at home against Genoa. Let's see how we've been getting on since the last time you were with us. And since then, when we beat Spezia 2-0, we had a 3-2 win against Udinese in a game that was far more hard fought than it should have been, really. A good win against Bologna 1-0, 3-2 against Sassuolo again. Bit of a fight back. We had to come from a goal down twice to win. We beat Brescia. Then we went to extra time against Napoli before absolutely tearing them apart in extra time. And then most recently we drew 1-1 with Atalanta, which is quite a good result considering how good they've been in the league. We are currently second in the table. We're 4 points behind Juventus, however they have got a game in hand, fun enough, against Fiorentina, our opponents today. So I would say we are in a title challenge if we're clinging on to it. You know, if we drop too many more points, Juventus could be running away with it. What we really want is to be in with the fight when they get back into their European games, and that'll probably be our best chance of claiming back some of those points. We do play them quite soon as well, but that's likely to be off camera. Let's get into the game against Fiorentina now. So the lineup for today's game is going to be Varinha in goal, Giglione at right back, Varney and Ibanez are the centre backs, Retsos at left back, Cersei and Pospech are the holding midfielders, with Maitland-Niles on the right, Rodrigo through the middle, Victoriano on the left, and then Wilson up front. Who very quickly, Wilson has been phenomenal recently. He's got 17 goals in 20 starts for us, and his scoring form recently has been very good as well, up until the Napoli and Atalanta game. But those are two tough games, so I'm not too concerned about those. No goals in those games. Maitland-Niles on the ball early on, but dispossessed quite quickly. And now Fiorentina have got a chance to come at us, and Paganelli running straight through the middle, and in the end, a very, very poor shot. We've been starting to push up a little bit more recently with a higher line of engagement, but standard for our midfield. We're going to do that straight away with Maitland-Niles having that knock. Although it looks like in this game we might need to change how we're approaching it, because we don't seem to be able to get going at the moment. We might even drop down to lower defensive line and standard line of engagement, just because they seem to be enjoying that so far. Ibanez now finds Pospech, and we've got a bit of a chance to build something from the back here. The game against Napoli was a particularly interesting one. We had a lot of suspensions going into that game, and Victoriano has gone down there. The referee seems to have given a penalty, which I'm not convinced it was. But I think it's going to be one that gets given, and it is given, which means Wilson steps up with a chance to get his goal for the quarter-final, and he buries it very nicely. He's been really good on penalties this year. I think he's only missed one, if I recall, but he makes no mistake here. Absolutely buries it past the keeper, who goes the right way, but too much power on that. And it's now a corner for Fiorentina. Victoriano heads away. I hadn't realised just how tall Wilson was as well. He's 6'6", so we're floating crosses in because we've got him, and if it's coming from the right hand side, Victoriano to aim for, with a 6'6" and a 6'5" guy in there. Off corners as well. So, Versos has given away a very silly foul. Well, probably makes up for the fact that their penalty was a bit dodgy. Maybe he felt bad for them and thought he'd give them one. But it's going to be Varudha against Varas, and he puts his penalty as well away as well, just like Wilson did. And it's 1-1. So, as I was saying, we're very dangerous from corners and free kicks at the moment with Wilson and Victoriano in there. Victoriano seems to have calmed down his whole business about wanting to leave at the moment as well, which is nice. Rodrigo with a bit of a run. Oh, what a strike from Rodrigo. He makes it 2-1 with an absolutely brilliant shot. It all comes from a little interception, which was really them giving the ball away very cheaply. And then he's just given the space to have the shot, and nothing the keeper can do about it. It's now thrown for Fiorentina, so hopefully we don't let them bounce straight back again, because last time there was 8 minutes, to be fair. It was longer than I thought. Ball in, and there's a block in there, which Giglione then clears. Eze nods on towards Wilson, who's got space to run into. He also seems to have a bit of pace about him, I was about to say, but then never mind. That stopped being a thing. We're going to tell them to guard against complacency. And we are going to tell Rodrigo that he's having a good game as well. And we're looking at Victoriano's fitness. I think we're going to bring him off early in the second half. Cersei heads away. Prospec's got a chance to win that, and he really should be winning that. But now, for Fiorentina, with a chance to try a ball through, Giglione has absolutely cost us a goal there. We're going to bring Victoriano off anyway for maybe Jota. Or, yeah, we'll bring him off. No, we'll bring him off for Maina and then swap Eze and Maina and make him an inside forward. Eze playing it back to Cersei and Rodrigo now. And that was a very pointless highlight. We're going to demand more. We're going to stay positive now. As we have the ball here, Prospect looking for Wilson. It's a poor pass. It was behind him. And now Paganelli running straight through the defence again. And then this time, Maina, unlike Giglione, making sure it gets back to safety. And now we're going to start building from the back again. We're passing it around, just making sure we keep the ball away from them. And then a long ball forward to Wilson, who's got space and finishes brilliantly to make it 3-2 and puts us back in the lead. And on that note, we are going to start holding shape when we win the ball back, just to try and make sure we keep possession a bit more and see our way through this game. But Wilson takes it fantastically and puts it in the bottom corner. And now we've got 20 minutes to go. Verina passes it to Farnier, who plays it up to Giglione. Cersei passes it across to Prospect. And now it's out onto the wing for Eze, who's bringing it inside, plays it across to Maina, who takes a brilliant touch, tries to get the cross towards Wilson, but it's blocked. And it's cleared up as far as Giglione, who brings it down with a fantastic touch and exchanges the ball with Rodrigo. And it's a poor ball inside once again. Prospect now. Rodrigo through for Eze. Oh, and very nearly making it 4-3, 4-2, I should say. We're going to bring Fran on for Ibanez for the last 20 minutes or so. Fran's had a couple games out with injury, so we just want to get his sharpness back up with a few minutes here and there. and of course a player of his quality won't do us any harm by putting him out there for the last 20 minutes. And he's actually got a block on a shot there, and it's ended up with Ponce. That's a ridiculously lucky break. And he finishes it well, to be fair to him. But very frustrating game as we keep getting the lead and then giving it straight back to them and letting them in the game. We're almost just hoping that when we score, they just won't. That we know they'll score. We've just got to hope it'll be that each time we score, they're taking longer to get the equaliser. So we're just trying to make sure we can get one that will last. Finally, Maynard with the ball forward to Wilson, who this time has his shot blocked, and it's cleared out for a throw, in which we are dangerous from with the long throws towards Wilson. Giglione is going to launch this one into the box, and Wilson is under it, but Calmo collects it with no challenge, really. It looks like we're actually going to be going to extra time, and we are. I did see there, Wilson, it just said, has picked up a knock, which is concerning. Injured but wants to play on. I'm going to make the decision that he's not. Mian is going to come on for Wilson in extra time because we finally got a goal scorer in Wilson, and we can't afford him to get any injuries going into the second half of the season. We need him fully fit. It doesn't look like we're going to get any highlights in extra time here. We have got a highlight, unfortunately. It is down our end of the pitch. Ponce easily dispossessed by Eze, and Retsos plays it to Pospech. It's ball through for Cersei, who's got Rodrigo with him, and he's tackled. The ball forward has been headed down to Sotil. Jardine. Oh. And I thought for a second then we were going to have it stolen away from us. I think any result that isn't us winning is going to hurt a lot because of how close it's been. Mian is through on goal, and that is why we need Wilson fit, because Miani can't finish his dinner. Giglione now throws it into Maynard. Rodrigo plays it over towards Eze, but it's headed away to Sotil. He finds Ponce, and Retsos just brings him down. He's going to get booked for that, but at this point, that's fine. He doesn't get booked, actually. We just need to get this free kick away. It's gone in, and it's gone straight over the top of everybody. And that is full time. So we've got a penalty shootout to think about now. I think we're going to go largely with just whatever the there we go. That's our first 5 penalty takers. Let's tell them we should be winning this. A team like this, they should be able to deal with the pressure of being told they should be winning this, especially the way the game's gone. And first thing that happens with Fiorentina saves the penalty for Fiorentina. Eze is first up for us, and he hits the post. You've got to get it on target at the very least. Nagnon scores his penalty. And now pressure is on us for the rest of this penalty shootout. Miani stepping up. And he's put his penalty in the bottom corner. We might not do a second episode today just because of how long this is going to be because of this. Aguzi steps up and scores. What I think we'll do is we'll come back for the Juventus game because of how big that could be in terms of the title. Pospech steps up and hits the post. And now Jardine with a chance to put Fiorentina on for match point, but Verena saves it brilliantly. And now Maina stepping up just after Miana. And it's quite important that he scores his penalty. He doesn't even stop it. He just runs from the halfway line for his run up and puts it in the bottom corner. Sotil now versus Verena. And it's a great penalty, to be fair. Which means all the pressure is on last January's signing Rodrigo to make sure we don't go out in the quarterfinal. A lot of pressure on him now. And he just absolutely blasts it as hard as he can. In a Senti now, stepping up. And Verena has saved his penalty. Which means if we score this penalty, we are in the Coppa Italia semi-final for a second year in a row. Obviously, last year we got to the final as well. Giglione is going to be the man to step up. He's got a lot to make up because of his mistake earlier in the game. And he does make up for it, scoring the goal that sends us into the semi-final. We're going to tell them well done. It wasn't how you'd like it, but in the end, we do head through to the semi-final. So let's go have a look who we're playing in the semi-final and when they are and see when we can come back. Okay, so I think what we'll actually do is we will play we'll do a double header in the next 2 episodes. We'll play Juventus and Atalanta and then Milan and Atalanta, because those are going to be big games, both in terms of the semi-final, chance to go into the final against Juventus or Milan, and obviously big games in terms of the league, that the team above us and the team below us. So that's what we're going to come back for. Juventus and Atalanta, then Milan and Atalanta. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment down below how you think we're going to get on in that semi-final and in those 2 very important games. Subscribe if you're enjoying the series, and thank you very much for watching.